with that, we want to start with Mr. Joel Palma. We would love to know how big a problem is forest denudation in the country, and how is the WWF helping solve this problem?
Well, as mentioned earlier, up to 47,000 hectares of forest are lost on an annual basis. Actually, 20 years ago, we were losing as much as 200,000 hectares of forest. The Philippines used to be one of the producers of lumber. We used to export that in the 60s. Now we barely have no chips. And so this is not just about forest and wood, as I mentioned. It's all about forest for water, water for agriculture, for our tools.
A lot of people don't know that, actually.
Yeah, so it is very important that we rehabilitate and we ensure that our productivity is put back into place. Food is getting scarcer now in the Philippines, so that's the main essence of this partnership. And what is WWF doing? I guess we're trying to get more partners, like the United Nations, corporates, and of course GCash, and the use of technology to be able to do something about it.
Yes.
And that's actually good, you can combine technology with the environment, and now people don't have an excuse. Now everybody can help because it's just in our fingertips to help the environment, right?
In the palm of your hand, right then and there. Another question, Mr. Palma, may I ask, what is happening to our watershed, in our watershed, and is it critical in the daily lives of the Filipinos?
I think it's very
Yes.
critical. It's very timely that although it's raining,
Very timely.
we are rationing water right now. We've been experiencing scarcity. The thing is that with 14 million Filipinos in Metro Manila, majority of them, if you ask where is your water coming from, the answer would be in the faucet. They don't realize it's coming from the watersheds. As mentioned earlier as well, 98% of the supply of water from Metro Manila comes from the Angat and Ipo watershed, where Anthony and myself was in last Friday. So that
Beautiful
was
video.
there. So
Really.
it's like almost an hour away from Metro Manila, but it's so critical that we take care of this because it's the only one we've got. And 50% of that watershed actually is degraded. So this is, again, what the collaboration is all about.
All
Thank you
right.
for that.
With that, Mr. Palma, can you further explain to us why did you choose Ipo Dam watershed as your location with GCash Forest?
Well, I guess our forester has mentioned that, we've got we need to make sure that we have a good sponge so that we get water. And it's very direct because this is the only source of water for Metro Manila, basically. And this is one priority that we have to address.
Understood. Thank you for that again, Mr. Palma. One more question. What types of trees do you intend to plant for GCash Forest? You heard earlier what was called yagal?
Yes.
Yes.
The basic principle is to plant or rehabilitate indigenous species.
Okay.
As much as possible, what's there is what you plant. Anthony and myself has the privilege to also see a mother Nara tree. When you call it a mother Nara tree, is you take care of that because these trees are basically providing seedlings. And we've saw the small seedlings that's basically helping reforest the forest itself on its own. So this is the approach. It's just not planting trees, but it's also making sure that the seedlings there, the trees there are taken care of so that it will serve its own function.
Beautiful movement. Such a big movement on so many different dimensions, actually. Very nice.
Yeah.
And it's actually good because you don't just plant trees, you plant a specific species of trees to be protected to help the forest. All right, our next question will be for Mr. Thomas. Why did you develop GCash Forest, and how do you think it will help solve the problem of forest denudation, and how did it all start?
Sure. So it all starts with our customers and what expectations our customers have, what really matters to them. And when we speak to our customers and we try to build this platform, it's clear that they want to do something that goes beyond everyday life.
Yes.
But at the same time, they want to make an impact. They believe that we can enable that. But they don't, when they choose causes like the environment or other things that matter to them, it's normally not something that they can do easily.
Right. Yes.
It's difficult for them to imagine the real impact that they can make when it's just one or two or a few. So that's where the insight came to us that as we build a platform and as we try to embed ourselves in the daily lives of Filipinos, let's do something that matters to them. And the inspiration, since you asked, also came from our partners Alipay and Financial in China, where they have made a huge impact. Now, of course, the problem is different in China, right? The problem of China is more around desertification. But we said, we just took the insight from our customers and we took what we saw in another country, rolled out at scale, where they have been able to create this experience where they link daily lifestyle changes to actual impact. And we said, what's the problem in the Philippines that we really need to tackle? Right? And again, when it comes to the environment, we chose partners who really are experts in their field, who know how to make this impact in a sustainable way, connecting forests to water and to a problem which is quite severe. And if we could bring all of that together, we felt that that would be something that could not only engage our customers, but also link that in a gamified way to real impact on the ground, in the forests, and ultimately lead to a sustainable lifestyle for everyone.
Beautiful. It's like now I feel that giving back has become, in a sense, even cool at the same time, and I think that's very important now with the generation at the same time, so very nice. One more question, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Palma. How does GCash Forest fit in the overall campaign to protect the overall environment?
Well, we're so glad that we're working with GCash and many partners because this is the first partnership with the LULIP where technology is really applied to ensure that conservation is done. And with technology, you reach more people, you inform more people, and you engage more people. And this is very important because people wouldn't know if won't do action unless they know. And obviously, technology and GCash is facilitating this exponentially because I think you have like 30 billion and counting users right now. And this is what technology can really have a great impact on conservation.
I think from our perspective, it's how to get millions of Filipinos every day to do something small as a part of their daily lifestyle, but connected to real value, where they actually see that it is the yakal tree in Ipoh watershed.
Yes.
It's not just a game, it's not just an engagement tool, it's really about aspects of the environment that matter deeply to the country, right? And I think the great benefit is to see it in reality, which is why when we partnered, we were very clear that we would actually go there and see for ourselves how this was going to happen so that we can then make this reality for millions of consumers.
It's actually great when you hear, a lot of people think that when they do small acts, nothing's happening, but it really is true that your small acts has a huge effect, or rather, your micro efforts can have a macro effect. That's true.
Multiplied by millions. Yes,
True.
absolutely.
All right, with that, I would like to ask Mr. Mitra, what can you say about these kinds of initiatives done by the private sector?
You know, when you think about today's challenges, there are some really wicked challenges, and I think deforestation in the Philippines is really one of those. And I was thinking that, you know, when your grandmothers were around, great grandmothers, you know, in the Philippines in the 1900s, 70% of the country was like this lush, covered, old-growth forests. Now, when you think about it, only 6% of the country has that sort of coverage. I mean, that's how dramatic the problem is. So it's a problem that really requires absolutely everyone to engage, and we really need the private sector to engage. But it's not just about the feel-good of saving the environment. There's a real strong business interest. So if you think about it, Ipo watershed, right? So you've heard everyone say that it services 98% of the population of the Philippines. Now, if that water switches off, what happens to businesses? They don't make money, there's no consumer demand, businesses collapse. So it's a business continuity issue. And the other reason I think it's really critical that the businesses get involved now is that the consumer demand is fundamentally changing. Right? So when you think about millennials, they care. They want the future. They want to inherit a future that actually is available to them and their children and their children's children. So they're going to start to make choices about what products they buy. So any business that is savvy and appreciates this has to gear their business to that need. And the final point I want to make is that the private sector has incredible capability that I don't think the public sector really has. And I'm just going to use GCash as an example here. 20 million subscribers, 20 million plus subscribers. And as you've said, if each one of those subscribers makes a contribution, plants a tree through this app, that's 20 million trees, which is going to make a fundamental difference. So we definitely need the private sector. And I just want to congratulate GCash for this wonderful initiative.
Thank you.
So much hearts from the three of you, really. I'm inspired. I'm sure many of us here are also. Little movements, conscious efforts, that is what it really takes. Thank you again, Mr. Mitra. I have another question for you. What kind of support can you provide to these kinds of initiatives?
So UNDP has a number of things that we can bring, which is obviously a global experience, but we really do believe where we can add the most value here is the brokerage role, the integrator role. So when we recognize the problem, I think we are in a fairly unique position to be able to bring the private sector, entities like WWF together to work in collaboration. We also have the ability to obviously work with government to set the enabling environment. So these sort of enterprises, these sort of partnerships really have an impact. And if you think about it, Sustainable Development Goals is one very important goal, number 17. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't
You don't know what
Number
that is?
17?
Yeah, so that's
Enlighten
the
me.
for you. Number 17. It's about partnerships, right?
Okay.
So, as I started by saying that with all the problems that we have in this world, we really need very, very strong partnerships. And we believe at least UNDP can help broker some of those partnerships.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We do need each other.
Yes, with the group hug. Later.
With this question for Mr. Thomas, how can you encourage millennials such as me and Will and centennials to participate in GCash Forest?
So the good thing is now every day, if you were to buy load or make a transfer in the app, think about that small impact that you're going to make, because you will see the actual measurement in grams of what you have done to reduce carbon footprint. And then we are also going to make it an experience which you're used to, which is there will be that gamified experience where you can actually network and you can work with friends to share, maybe collect some of that energy. And we like, I think millennials like to, I said we quietly.
I like that very much.
It's true.
Embrace it, embrace it.
Right. But I think working towards a goal. So the good thing is in the app, you can actually see how far you are from that goal of planting that tree. And then to see reality, I hope that will give you enough incentive, right? Without doing too much outside of what you do anyway.
Correct.
Right? And for me to stay in touch with that, I actually, I have children, and I brought my daughter with me today because I just felt that finally I have something which is relevant for her. Who's an avid GCash user.
That's amazing.
And I can.
Right? Yes, come on. That's just beautiful.
So that's how I stay in touch with what would be relevant for actually one of the youngest countries in the region with a median age of 23.
Thank you
I
very much.
love games. Do you love games?
I do love games. I play a little bit of games every so often. Yes. You're a gamer? You're a gamer?
Yes.
Oh, she's excited. She's excited. Very nice. Next question? Yes.
All right. Again, our last question will be for Mr. Thomas again. What is your message to all, to the current and potential GCash users?
Well, it's simple. Just make GCash a part of your everyday life. Do everything you need through the app. It's a path to other financial services, to credit, to savings, to investments, and the like. But the beautiful part of this is, as you do this, see how you contribute and see how you make an impact for a better Philippines.
Thank you very much. Three gentlemen, again, visionaries at its finest.
Thank
May
you
I
very
please
much.
shake your hands.